already detecting fighters in the vicinity, so heads up.
Glad to see you picked up your guts off the ground, Cub. Much better down here. See? You just needed some solid ground under you, Sean. Been months and you still cannot tell my face from a fallen corpse. You will be a corpse if you do not watch your mouth.
Keep it in check, mech warriors.
Jonathan, if you keep running your mouth, you will be fighting trials your entire career. Then I will fight for my place and my honor.
Right now, Star Colonel
Hey guys, how you doing?
No doubt she's tracking.
Now that in-game bickering is over with, just kinda had a glitch here in replay of the mission, Simpod replay. That's nice. I'm working on upgrading all the mechs to max them out, every category, every upgrade category, and I just finished that, and and moving on now to, since this update, going back and playing the where I left off in the Smoke Jaguar campaign, and this mission ended up glitching out where once I get past a certain point here, there's just no enemies. So I thought I'd just show you this and talk about the game and the new this Ghost Bears DLC. And I was a little bit I like the gameplay. I like the I like the whole Mech Warrior thing. I have since I was a young guy and was out in PC 30 years ago or whatever it was. But the first the story of the Smoke Jaguars was, I thought, it had cheesy and corny dialogue, but I thought it was pretty well done. The cutscenes, telling the story, and then it seems like Piranha Games overdoes the dialogue. They did too for Mercenaries, right? The in-game dialogue is just so much to. It detracts from the gameplay, in my opinion, and I thought there was a little bit less of that in the Smoke Jaguar story, because most of it was told through cutscenes. But still, there was too much, in my opinion. In battle dialogue going back and forth. It had nothing to do with the fight you were experiencing, right? I mean, you can understand that in comms. You're giving each other heads up and normal stuff, but this just trying to tell the story during the missions, to me, it just seemed I hope for the next DLC, whatever it is coming up in the future, just tones that down a little bit, because it was pretty ridiculous in this. And the Ghost Bears DLC, just, it's way over the top. It's really stupid. It adds nothing to the gameplay at all. Matter of fact, it detracts from it, I think. And I just think Piranha can do a much better job than that. I don't know if they got different people writing the story than they did for Smoke Jaguar. But and now I just started to go back and replay since the download, and the changes some of the changes they made to adding the mechs and a little bit different weapon mechanics and stuff like that. just continuing where I left off in that campaign, in the Smoke Jaguars campaign. From Mia's perspective, from the Crusader perspective. And right away I noticed just a big difference in the storytelling. You know, the storytelling being done through the cutscenes rather than the storytelling going on during these missions. It was, it's just much better done. Here it's just like a non-stop. They're freaking bickering back and forth. All that stuff happens after the battle, right? Not during. And then all of a sudden it's like they have a kumbaya moment and everybody's gets along, and it just seemed pretty cheesy. Anyhow, guys, watch for some and here the enemies are gone, right? Some kind of glitch happened there where none of them spawn, and I just going on a little hike here in the mechs in the summit. On the summit map. The artwork in these games is beautiful. It's a good thing about it, but there's just a lagging enemy, but I think that's the last of them there. But I'm doubling back here to see if somebody behind me, because maybe if you don't kill everybody, it messes things up and they don't spawn further forward. So now it's just a walkabout. But I just want to get your guys' opinion on maybe guys who know more about the lore will know more about that than I do.
Good job, Bravo. We are making ground. All commanders, status?
There was this kind of stuff going back and forth in the books, or the just incessant talk during battles that had nothing to do with the battle. It seems just pretty dumb.
The regulars just pissed off
and and going back and playing Smoke Jaguar, just how much better the dialogue was done there, even though it has cheesy moments too, right? But I hope they clean that up for whatever the new DLC is going to be out, from whatever the next clan's perspective is going to be that they come up with. Anyhow, guys, appreciate you watching, and look for the new stuff since this update on the Smoke Jaguars campaign. And for those who've been watching and liking and stuff, I appreciate it. And hope you enjoy the rest of this one, the rest of the walkabout here with no enemies. Just enjoying the sights and sounds of the summit here. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Scan mode engaged. Scan mode disengaged.
Right behind you, Star Captain.
targets are slow learners.
New target. Target
Turned it to ash.
destroyed.
Bravo is pushing up. Repositioning now.
Moving on your course, Star Captain.
New hostile detected. Trebuchet. Target
This zone is clear.
destroyed.
We need to keep advancing.
Scan mode engaged. Security overridden. Scanning complete. Scan mode disengaged.
Roger that. On you.